Okay. I think the stream has started. Cool. Sorry for the noise about moving the microphone, if that's something you can hear. Earlier today I had my first stream. It was playing Sonic on the Genesis, the first Sonic game. I'm going to try and play it every day on stream until I beat it. Today was the first day. We got to the third zone, the spring something zone. But this stream is going to be about cleaning some video games, like residue and stuff like that, just cleaning off the games, making them look a little bit better. Got a few N64 games and a PS4 game here. I'm going to be cleaning. I've gotten into the habit a few years ago of trying to, any game I've bought in the past few years, I remove the stickers and clean it up real good. To make it look nice on the shelf and just when you're handling it as well. I really hate to see stickers. I mean, it covers up the box art and whatnot. I've also gone back, and a lot of the games that I had before I got into the habit of removing the stickers and cleaning them well, I went back and started going through my older games and cleaning those too, cleaning them up. And I've gone through most of those already, I would say. But there are still a few that I haven't done yet, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. The first one we're going to be doing here is Clay Fighters. Oh. Sorry, it doesn't want to autofocus on anything but the blanket, I guess. There you go. First one we're going to be cleaning up is Clay Fighters. I already cleaned up this side here. There was a decent amount of sticky residue there, but I didn't have the idea of streaming this until after I got started and cleaned up that side of Clay Fighter. It was kind of like what's on this side, but a bit more. And this isn't so much sticky to the touch, but it was still somewhat sticky over here, surprisingly. Clay Fighter was one of the first, Clay Fighter 63 and a third, to be specific, was the first N64 game I ever played. There is obviously, or notoriously, I should say, a expensive version of this game, the Sculptor's Cut, which was a Blockbuster's exclusive. This is not that. This is just a regular old Clay Fighter 63 and a third. It's got a stain on the label there. Not going to try and clean that up because what we're using here is 70% isopropyl alcohol and just some Q-tips. And I don't think the alcohol would be good on the label for obvious reasons. So with the 64 cartridges, we're just going to be focusing on the residue on the hard plastic. And like I said, I already cleaned off that one side of this one. And if you can see it, even this was the gunk that came off of it. Gross, right? And so if you don't know how to get the sticky residue off your game cases or your cartridges or whatever, Q-tips and isopropyl alcohol is a really good way to do it. Also, just taking some packing tape or even some Scotch tape or something, just a little strip of it, and sticking it onto the sticky part and on your game or your case or whatever, and ripping it off. And the sticky residue on the game will stick to the tape you're sticking on it. And hopefully this works a lot when I try it. It comes off with the tape, and it'll remove the residue when you peel the tape off, when you rip it up. So yeah, I can go ahead and I guess get started cleaning this other side of Clay Fighter. And then there's also a bit on the top here. Gonna try and clean. Unfortunately, the way my camera's set up, I can't really do real autofocus with it. What I have to do is I have a remote shutter button I have to click, and that focuses it. Because for whatever reason, when I have it tethered to my computer like this, the autofocus just doesn't seem to want to work. Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe I just fixed it. Maybe it was as simple as a setting. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Nope. Still not focusing. It just loves that blanket. Anyways, I was thinking it'd be better, if I'm going to be handling it, I'm going to be picking it up a little bit past the blanket, which is in turn going to make it go out of focus. I also have the aperture wide open because the room's pretty dim, so that makes the plane of focus pretty small anyways. Maybe I can open that up. I'll try that. That does dim it down quite a bit. Stuff. Oh well. Yeah, I used to have a nice LED light for videography. It was like a LED panel light. Turn my microphone a little bit. It was like a little LED panel, and it was great, and got a couple years of use out of it, and then it sat in its case for a couple years while I was not really doing much videography, completing a master's at Boston College, and afterwards I took it out of the case and tried to hook it up and use it, and it just didn't work, which shocked me. Sometime in the 2 years when I last used it and it was working fine, and it just sat in a case, to the last time I tried to use it, it didn't work, which sucks, but I need to get another one, I guess, because it's really dim in this room, and like I was saying, I'd prefer to close the aperture a little bit, have a better plane of focus. Oh yeah, that looks good. And you can see, hopefully, that residue that was over on this side is now gone. See how nasty the Q-tip is now? This was a clean Q-tip. So this works great for picking this stuff up. And there's a bit here. Again, I'm sorry about the focusing and the lighting, but a bit here on the top we're going to try and clean next. All right, very good. For the first time, this game is looking the best it has in a long time. I was going to say for the first time in a long time, but that wouldn't make as much sense. Okay. That is one game down. Also, sorry for the inconsistent volume, me moving closer and further away from the microphone. But alright, that's one game down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more games to go for today. Getting a clean Q-tip. And the next game is Mario Party 3. And this is a really clean copy other than, again, this sticker residue. This is the only Mario Party game I have for the N64. I would really like to get 1 and 2 as well, but for right now, this is all I got. This is a lot of fun. If somehow you don't know, Mario Party is a series of Mario games great for playing with friends. It's kind of like a board game with mini games thrown between every round of rolling dice and moving around on the board. And the goal is to get the most stars by the end of the game. And so we're just going to clean up that bit of sticky residue on the side there. And then this one should be good to go after that. So dipping the Q-tip in the isopropyl alcohol. Again, I use 70%. You can also get something stronger or weaker, but I found that this one works pretty well. It's strong enough to where it's going to pick up the residue and break down its adhesion to the game, and it's not so strong that I'm worried about staining something or anyways, let's clean it. It's starting to come off pretty well. You can see right here how a lot of it has already come off, but going good so far. What I'm going to do is dip the other end of the Q-tip into the alcohol, because this side's getting a bit dirty, and they bend as well. Like the stick gets weak and it's harder to scrub with it when it's bending under the pressure, Little update. All right, let's try and clean it up a bit with a dry one. think it needs the alcohol one a little bit more. Sorry if I was moving that out of frame. Getting kind of close to the label here. All right, go back over it with the dry one again. And I think that looks pretty good. You can see there's not really any more residue over here on this side. I think we got it all. This is looking great. Not really anything on the back we need to go over, I think. Really happy with that. Okay. So, sorry. Over here closer to the light, I did see a little bit that I had missed on the Mario Party on the curve of the cartridge. So I was just cleaning that up. All right. So the next game we have to clean is Mario Tennis. Same sort of deal here. All of these must have been purchased at the same place or something. Putting these sticky stickers on the side of the cartridge right here. A lot of game stores nowadays will put these into like plastic sleeves or the little plastic cases, and then put the stickers on those, which I think is a really good idea for loose cartridges. Okay, so let me reposition here. Moving away from the microphone. Sorry if it gets quiet. But let's go ahead and clean this one. A fun fact about me is Mario Tennis is probably my favorite Mario sports game, and the N64 version is probably my favorite version of Mario Tennis. So you could say that this is my favorite Mario sports game right here. The Game Boy Advance Mario Tennis is also a good one. You can see how dirty this Q-tip's gotten already. We might switch over to the other side. We've gotten a decent amount of that residue off though. Nice. Let's keep going. Again, this one gets uncomfortably close to the label. And this Q-tip's getting pretty dirty and bent now too, or this end of the Q-tip I should say. So I think I'm going to go on to a fresh one. Sorry, I've been really focusing in on this one. Alright, I think we did well getting the bit close to the label. I might call this one. It's decent. It is decent. It's like working on something creative. It's never finished. You can always find something else to do, something wrong with it. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. I think it looks pretty good. Here is Mario Tennis, all cleaned up. And again, nothing really on the back or the top that worries me really. I think my camera just died, unfortunately. So we will call the stream here. Hopefully the audio is still coming through. But yeah, we'll stop the stream here because my camera died. All right, thanks for watching.